So what are you doing now? You're doing Dog Comic Productions.
Dog Comic Productions. I'm doing the stand-ups how I do, just regular wise, how I always do her. And then we got like some videos out there for Dog Comic Productions. We do like some Man on the Street stuff.
Can you send us some of those after the?
Oh yeah, for sure.
Okay. Are you okay if we include them? Like,
yeah, that's fine.
Like on video or whatever. Okay.
That's fine.
What's your favorite Teen Titan and why?
I seen that. I went to the wrestling show last night.
You went to the wrestling show?
Yeah.
So it's like Beast Boy, maybe?
About the NCAA.
Yeah, for sure. NCAA, CTE. Yeah.
All of them.
Chris Benoit.
Yeah.
DT.
Benoit didn't show up, but Brock Lesnar was there.
But the guy who punched Claude Lemieux on the Red Wings, remember that guy? What's his fucking name? He looks like fucking Keith Jardine. The guy who punched Claude Lemieux, Detroit Red Wings. His name's like Dustin.
That started the fight or what?
He finished the fight. He was just like
Darren
McCarty. Darren McCarty. So
okay.
I was at the Darren McCarty show and I was ready to host it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And I was like so like geared up and people are just like, yeah, he's the guy who punched Claude Lemieux. And I'm like, awesome, dude. I like people who punch folks.
Right.
Always.
Yeah.
I like the WWE. And so it feels like a string. I feel like I'm going to meet. It's like a Dave Chappelle string of meetings that I'm going to have with this guy before I die, probably. But like
that's probably true.
Do you know what I'm saying? And that's my O.J. Simpson.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
yeah.
And so it's like,
That's actually really cool, though.
Yes,
you know,
I should have a better one. Hopefully he kills somebody.
What?
Hopefully he kills somebody so he can be like OJ. Like he's just a guy who punched a man one time, right?
So we have another segment that we do here. This is this is actually gonna jump in. So basically, it's gonna get worse.
Okay. Okay.
We're gonna we have this thing that we're gonna do, and basically we found somebody on the internet who shared a list.
We're gonna tase
of
this blind
bad
guy.
things they've done in their life.
Okay.
So this guy posted a list of bad things he had done up to this age, like in kind of chronological order.
Okay.
And we're going to try to justify them in some way.
Okay. I love that it's in chronological order. He's like, give or take some in the middle. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I like it. Okay. He goes, 02 was weird for me.
Yeah.
What? So what? Fucking sue me, dude.
Yeah.
My dad died. Or whatever.
All right.
All right, I'm so ready for this.
Here's the headline. I'm a horrendous human being. Here's all the stuff I've done. For context, I'm 18. Have recently... Let me close this out here. Have recently started going to therapy in order to get over my long-standing depression and to try to better myself as a person. My therapist has said it's important I come to terms with my past, so I thought an anonymous confession would somewhat work. Here's a somewhat in order list of my misdeeds growing up. So we'll start with Justin here. If you can try to justify throwing multiple rocks through strangers' windows.
Well, maybe his maybe his life was a little hard at home, you know? Could be.
Yeah.
Could be.
Well, yeah, life's hard at home.
Yep.
All right, Donte. Threw dolls of babies in front of moving cars. Just justify that.
Now, that seems like a child. Now, that's just things kids are going to do.
Okay.
Kids
yeah,
are going to
fair.
experiment with taking a doll of a baby, a smaller child, than you, and hucking that in front of a car.
I think
You're gonna play around with ideas like that. Is what I'm saying.
Right.
Okay.
And it's not a real baby.
Right. Now I didn't think about that.
Yeah. It's not a real
It's a
baby.
fake baby.
It's a fake baby. All right, Justin, stolen strangers' parking tickets and put them on other people's cars.
No, that's just funny, actually. Dude. I like that. You fucked up 2 people's days at once, dude. For one ticket, that's good, dude.
But at different times, though.
The government can't even pull that off.
But at different times, though, you are the guy whose ticket it's not that you're giving it to him. You're ruining his day. He's looking at it. He's like, what the heck? No, what the heck? And then the guy who doesn't know, he's just free. You're ruining his day. You're proactively ruining his day. You know what I'm saying? You're playing
but
in
he
the head.
spends all this time then also looking at like how to pay the ticket or whatever, and then finds out it isn't his. Like, you also wasted his time.
His time.
Which is great. So I don't know. That one's good.
All right,
That's
Dante.
That's true.
Dante, pissed in a kid's school bag while going to the toilet in PE after he fucked my mom.
Holy shit. Oh, well, you gotta fucking piss in his bag. Oh, come on, man. That's not even justified. I had to piss in your fucking bag, dude. You fucked my mom. We gotta fucking go to PE together. So I'm gonna fucking piss your bag. I told you not to fucking leave it out. The fuck, dude? That one, that's not even... You never have to justify that one, bud.
Yeah, dude, I think that's...
This guy's a cool kid.
All right, what's next?
All right, Justin, sold 3.5 grams of weed to a 13-year-old for $50. It was about a gram of weed mixed with random stuff I found on the ground in the area close to my house.
If you're gonna give weed to a 13-year-old, to a young, vulnerable 13-year-old, you should water it down a little bit.
That's
right.
Whoa. That's
Yeah.
true.
You should water it down. Only give them a gram.
That's true.
Oh, wow.
So sell your oregano.
That's true. It's like
Thanks,
when
guys.
Yeah, it's like when you water down a kid's juicy juice. And it's just like, he didn't need that much fucking sugar, dude.
Yeah, dude.
Put some water
That makes sense.
So that's
good.
you can also thank your drug dealer for cutting your cocaine, dude.
Thank God for putting some fentanyl in here.
Oh, Jesus Christ! Yeah. All right.
Dante. Stuck images of gay porn around the school and on strangers' cars.
Well, he's trying to bring awareness to the LGBT community, and I think that's good.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying? If you're a closed-minded man, and you walk up to your Chevy F-150, Ford F-150, and you see a picture of a hot, virile, shiny man sharing love with his blacker, shinier boyfriend, and they're making love, it's going to open up your mind, at least for a little bit, and then you can go back to your day. But at least they, showed you something you wouldn't have seen otherwise.
Yeah, that's all true.
That one's just straight up. I think that's a good deed.
Also, it's like, why would you? The fact that he's even saying that
that's a bad thing.
I think this guy might be a little homophobic, but that's
what
not.
I'm saying. That's
not part of the.
I was with him so hard.
Yeah.
Until now, I'm a little bit like, yo, dude. You're saying that's a bad thing, and I think you're Johnny Appleseed. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's like if Johnny Appleseed was like, isn't it fucking stupid that I'm planting all these trees? And it's like, not really, John. Like, it's good. John Seed? No, man.
John Seed. Oh, John Seed.
That had to be his going name.
Yeah.
All right, what's next?
All right, Justin. Woken up a mentally disabled kid with night terrors on a school trip to the sound of air raid sirens, and by throwing his dirty boxers off of him, I then proceeded to flick the lights on and off while others shook his bed around while talking in tongues.
Okay, that one was bad. I think that one was bad. I don't know.
We're supposed to justify that.
Yeah, no, let's skip to the next one, dude. I think that you should. I think you should have cut that one out.
That one was just bad.
That was just bad. What the fuck? What are you trying to do to me?
Throw curveballs.
Kyle's trying to fucking sabotage me, dude.
What the fuck?
Okay.
Like, we all know that we agree with it, but we shouldn't have to justify why publicly. No.
Okay.
All right.
We'll just go with this one. Punch someone after believing they said the N-word, breaking their nose and concussing them. He forgave me and others praised me. I knew he didn't say it, but it sounded enough like it to give me an excuse.
I think this one depends on if he was black or not.
If the kid, sure.
No. If the kid that was saying the N-word was black or not.
There's just a black kid going, yeah, my nigga. And I was just, or maybe not. And he goes, hey, shut the fuck up. Beats the shit out of this black kid just living his life.
The N-word.
That would be probably wrong.
Yeah.
I would think that would be wrong. But then he's just like, this kid who's just like, that kid said the N-word, and everyone's like, that's tough. And he's like, I'm gonna go beat the shit out of him. Everyone's like, Jesus Christ, what? Stop, Jeremy, no. But so that one's weird to me.
Yeah.
Cause also this kid is like, listen, even I know it's bad to say the N-word. And I'm a piece of shit. I like that. That idea is a little bit funny to me. He's like, I specialize in piece of shittery.
Yeah.
And that's fucked up. Can't be saying that word. I think that's pretty silly.
But he didn't even actually say it, so.
Right.
So yeah, okay, so yeah, in that reality where he didn't say it, it's just this kid just living his life again. And he beats the shit out of him. A lot of people have some extra energy. This kid's 18. Like we said that. He's younger than 18 maybe at that point.
Yep. Plus sometimes you got to make an example out of somebody.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They just so people know, like, don't talk to Jeremy like that. Dude. Like,
Yeah.
He might say you said the N-word, and then he's liable to beat the shit out of you. He's liable to beat the brakes off you, and no one's gonna stop you, bro. You seen it? You seen it?
Yeah.
You seen it?
That's interesting. That one's interesting. That one makes me, I'm like on his side and less on his side at the same time. It's interesting.
All right, I think we got the one more good one here.
Okay.
This last one will be for Donte.
Yeah.
Came in a joint that I sold to a guy that used to bully me.
Dude.
They used to what?
Bully me.
Now, maybe people know me from my past life. Coming in joints was cool. No, I'm just joking. No, dude, that's pure evil. That one's hard for me to justify. You nutted in my weed? What did I do to you, man?
So
You busted a full load in because I bullied you, dude.
No,
You
okay,
pissed
no,
in the
no,
kid's
hold on.
backpack.
Hold on.
We know you, Jeremy. You were.
Damn, dude, why does it keep being Jeremy? Did you know somebody?
This kid is definitely a Jeremy, dude. Is this kid not a Jeremy?
It's
I don't know,
a
dude.
Jeremy.
I don't even think
You
I'm
know
allowed
what
to
I'm
say
saying?
my.
Kyle gets it.
Yeah. It's a
Yeah.
Jeremy.
This isn't a clean named kid. This isn't a Christopher. That's all I'm gonna tell you.
Yeah, I could see.
You know what I'm saying? I mean, Christopher wears a trench coat and like buttons up. Like, no. No.
I think
Guns out.
also, but
Guns out.
I can I would say I think you get to feel however you want about someone who bullied you, and
When's too far?
I don't know because like
I think
had
it's when you bust a
dude,
nut in someone's weed.
last week I actually had like there's this kid who used to bully me because one time I said that he should wear a bike helmet because he did like BMX. Like I was just like suggesting he wear a bike helmet, and then he beat the fuck out of me for like like the rest of my 8th and 9th grade, and then just recently I caught word like of how his life's going and stuff, and
Tough goes.
Guess who came out on top?
It wasn't you.
No, it was asbestos, dude. He's asbestos. And so yeah, he's on SSI, and like you should wear your proper fucking PPE. That's what I try to tell people, dude.
Ooh, yeah.
So that's
Wear your PPE. You have been on that. You've been on that wave for a while. Yeah. No, dude.
Yeah. What if that was just a phase? People really well, actually,
I get that, but you didn't give that guy mesothelioma from the asbestos, dude.
No.
And if you did, that's maybe more justifiable than coming in someone's joint. Arguably. I think giving someone a strain of cancer through asbestos is more justifiable than coming in my weed.
Somehow
I think that doesn't make you any less homophobic than the guy who doesn't like pictures on his truck of gay sex.
Does that make me homophobic?
Yeah.
It just feels like, okay, you're right. Not facts. Now the mirror's up to me and Jeremy was right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Dude,
So
that was
go
a
ahead.
good exercise.
Was it?
Yeah.
That's a lot of fun.
I feel like we grew.
Thanks. Me too. I love you.
I love you too, dude.
Cool.
Should we call our moms? It brings us closer to our family.
We should do a mom swap. Like
Ooh.
wife, like the show Wife Swap, but we're like,
For sure.
you just go up to Crystal Valley and stay with my mom for like a week.
You just have to talk to my mom for a couple
Yeah.
of spells.
Yeah, no.
way
Roll her
up
weed
in
for
the
her.
sticks. And I got to go to Grand Haven or whatever.
Yep.
Yeah.
Grand Haven and just like, you know, buy like Rice Krispie treats from the local confectionery. You just have a conversation.
No, I want her to get me some Gushers, dude.
Oh, she'll buy you Gushers?
Yeah, she should buy me some Gushers.
She'll buy you Gushers. And
I'm
me
not
and your
gonna
mom
like.
are just
She's my mom, dude.
That's true. And she's gonna treat you like she's gonna support you.
Yeah.
She's gonna buy you Legos.
Yeah.
Me and your mom are like skipping rocks. What do they do in fucking Hesperia?
Up in the Hesperia, yeah.
Are we lifting wood? What are we doing with wood? Something with
lots
wood.
of stuff, honestly, dude.
And that's what I thought.
Yeah, you can make art on wood like American flags, so you can support America. And
So yeah, I'm maybe gonna wait on the Hesperia.
you don't want to.
I'm maybe gonna wait on. I'm just not.
You
good
can
at
learn a lot about
whittling.
Willie Nelson, dude.
I'm okay.
You'll learn a lot about Willie Nelson.
Well, all right.
She spent a lot of my childhood teaching me about Willie Nelson.
Is that a lot of your knowledge? You're like, listen, I don't know no maths or
Right.
no algebra, but I can tell you Willie Nelson slapped in the 70s. Yeah, I like that.
Yeah.
I like that for us. All right, me and your mom, dude. We're in.
All right. All right. So
Wanna get
now,
into some more advice.
what's that?
You wanna-
Yeah. So now we, so that was just our segment thing. So now what we do basically is we find people who are asking for advice, and then we just be really like, we just selfishly go, you didn't ask for it, but here
Okay.
it is. You know what I mean?
Okay.
So, I mean, they asked for it, but they didn't ask for it from us. Whatever. You get it.
So our first piece of advice, they ask, is my drinking the reason I'm so ugly?
Ugly?
So, yep. Is my drinking the reason I'm so ugly?
Did you want to start? Because I have a couple of thoughts.
Go ahead.
That's it.
That's
the headline. That's it, too.
Can I tell you, friend? Yes. The reason you are ugly is because you're drinking that much. And your nose is bulbous and gross. And this is coming from an alcoholic background guy. Stop it. Switch alcohols. You're already on vodka actually because you're getting uglier from it. So you're already on vodka. Get off vodka. Maybe go to rehab. And also you're gonna lose weight if you're not already drinking your calories. So yeah, no, get off that, bud.
Yeah.
You ugly fuck.
So this is the real Dante.
There was never any hiding it. We all knew this where I came from. We all knew this was the stances I took.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
Get off it, man.
What else we got?
He asked for it.
My son's godfather body shamed my 4-month-old, which is disgusting. So for some context.
Yeah.
I sent my son's godfather some photos of my son yesterday. I thought they were cute. Mind you, my son's only 4 months. He edited with a sick caption saying, "I'm bigger than my mom." Then today he called me and started belittling me, saying my son's big and chubby. He needed to lose weight. I need to stop feeding him and start sending me photos again.
It's funny just to phrase it that way, that the baby's got to lose weight. Like, what's this baby doing to better itself right now, dude?
Bowflex?
Yeah, no Bowflex or anything.
P90X? Nothing?
So clearly, I don't know. Sounds like mom's she's taken this personally, but this is a baby problem.
True.
So what else we got for context?
What do you think? Do you think she's a little bit,
Heavy set?
I mean, is
that how they? That's how they say. That's how they say. Or they
she's
like
a thicker milkshake. You know? I could see that, and maybe that hits home for that reason. But also, this kid's gonna grow up to be a fucking NFL linebacker, dude. He's just built sturdy.
Yeah, he's heavy set.
Keep feeding that baby.
Heavy set.
Heavy set is just like
He's big boned. He's hung low.
It's funny how they bring physics into it. We're gonna bring physics. Heavy set is the term that we use.
Heavy set. You're very dense.
Yeah.
Yeah, like a sun.
The distribution, it's like a Jeep, like
balanced
and firm.
Yeah.
No, Jeeps roll, but you could imagine if I would have said a vehicle that's more familiarly like wide.
I would have. Yeah.
Yeah.
We would all liked it.
Want to move on?
Yeah.
All right. So I think this is the last one here. Says, I accidentally snorted my grandpa's ashes.
Oh.
Basically, I was really drunk, and my friends found the ashes, and I said it was Coke. So I went to the coffee table, and a bunch of people were snorting it, and I woke up on the couch to my parents yelling at me, and then they told my grandma, and no one in my family has talked to me in 7 years.
Oh. I would say tale as old as time. I was joking. I'm not a nose drug guy. But I would think that are the things that happen sometimes. I think you snort stuff that you're not supposed to snort sometimes.
Yeah.
And I don't think you should fucking look at yourself askance. Also, how fucking important are your grandpa's ashes? What is he, fucking Buzz Aldrin? Chill.
Right. Maybe that wasn't it though. Maybe they were like, "You do cocaine. This is a problem."
This is it. Like, yeah. Maybe he was stealing money from them
But it
to
is
get
really
the cocaine, and this is like the culmination of it is like,
maybe.
But
it's really funny to think that that you try to get out of saying you snorted your grandpa's ashes by saying no, that was some good cocaine,
good.
Uncut cocaine,
that was
dude.
fucking good yaya, dude.
yeah.
you pour pop
Yeah.
up your nose and your little sinuses. But yeah, dude, that sometimes you take an L.
Yeah.
Sometimes you take an L when you're snorting stuff. I get that, man.
It's true.
Keep being you. I like that guy. A couple of these guys are pretty sick. A couple of these guys are pretty cool.
Yeah. Well, now it's like it's not even just confessions; these are just people asking for advice. So,
yeah, that's true.
but this is more of a confession.
Sure, it seems like it.
Yeah,
but I feel like a couple of them didn't even say that they were wrong necessarily. They were just telling you what happened, right?
Right, and they just want advice.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, I don't know what you do with that, dude. But I do know one thing that's important to remember is that your grandpa will always be with you. Somewhere in your your nerves and your bloodstream.
They must have really loved that grandpa though, because like, it's funny that grandpa probably never fucking fat shamed his grandchildren. Do you know what I'm saying? Like and that's why if you want your family to love, don't fat shame your fat baby, your fat little grandchild.
Well, he's just the godfather.
Oh, is he just the godfather?
Yeah.
Well, that's gonna.
So he's kind of just rolling the dice, like, you know, if something happens to these parents.
The lesson stands firm.
I fat shamed that baby for a while.
That's right. Lesson stands firm.
I'm gonna be your dad now. That's.
I'm your dad. What if you were? Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
I like advice.
Yeah,
Advice
this
is
is fun. Very whimsical. What else we got, Kyle?
We got one more. I mean, it's kind of lacking, but maybe it might slap. Who knows? You want to try it?
Yeah. Roll. Let's roll the dice.
Okay. All right.
I feel like this is gonna be my favorite.
I showed the photos of the guy who I've been sleeping with to my friends. Should I be honest with him?
Ooh.
What's the rest?
That's it.
So
No, isn't there like a story?
Oh, says sorry. This post was deleted by the person who originally posted it.
Whoa, so that got real.
So everyone in the comments must have been like, "Yes,
Yeah,
that's a problem."
honest to the dude. Yeah.
Yeah,
So she showed her friends a picture of the guy she was fucking.
So I think
Should
if I
she be
remember
honest with
right,
the
because like
dude?
I skimmed through this one, it was that the dude didn't want to be seen.
fucking her.
No,
Like he was trying to keep it low key.
The comments. Oh, okay. Because the comments say just showing what he looks like, his Instagram profile picture.
Yeah, he was uncomfortable with that.
So that feels a little bit like, if you're ashamed of me, dude, then let me know. You don't want people to know we're fucking bumping uglies?
Well, what if people want to be sneaky for some reason, and that's the agreement?
2 families.
2 families?
Unless
What the
it's
fuck?
sure.
Why was
got 2 lives.
Oh,
It's like
no.
Romeo
Oh,
and
yeah,
Juliet.
okay.
Oh yeah.
I was like, why are we bringing 2 families into this?
That's
2
true.
lives. And he's like, I can't have that shit.
Yeah, no, my fucking wife Janice can't know that I'm fucking starting a new whole chapter. You
No,
know?
yeah.
That makes sense. But that would be fucked up if it's like if some girl was like, don't tell people unless she was like a comic and we're like in the same industry maybe, or like something like that. But otherwise, if you're just some chick and you're like, oh, don't tell, you can't tell Chupp that me and you were fucking. I'd be like, why are you ashamed of me and my sick purple sweatshirt?
That is a sick purple sweatshirt.
Thank
dude.
you.
I
Got
don't.
it as a gift.
So. Oh no, that's not someone. Someone
it's
like didn't make it for you. What's going on here?
It's purple. I'm a Michigan fan, so it says Michigan, and it's purple because we played TCU on NCAA 14.
Oh,
And so that's a big deal
Frogs.
for us. The Frogs.
Yeah.
TCU Horned Frogs. So that's like so that's our thing.
Okay.
So we bleed purple and
sick, dude.
white, you know.
Sick. Yeah. All right.
It's funny to have allegiances. It's funny to have opinions and allegiances. Just random.
It's true.
I got another piece of advice.
Sure.
Okay. Headline is stressed about life at 22. It's a male.
Feel you, brother.
And the context is been thinking about life and what I'm doing and where I'm going for the past few years. It feels like an existential crisis, but I'm not sure if that's the right term with my current thoughts. I've been regretting college, Hoping my dad doesn't die. I think about this way too much. He's healthy but old, and I'm scared and super sad. Lonely. Never touched a girl in any way, nor had a girlfriend. Feeling like a disappointment because I've accomplished nothing. Just been stuck on college, wondering where I'll end up. And lastly, also scared about dying. Pretty self-explanatory, but I think way too much about it.
I didn't mean to post that.
Right. That's a lot. That is okay. I don't actually. I laughed and I don't want to keep that. That's.
I don't. Yeah, I didn't.
Yeah.
It wasn't funny, but
it wasn't.
So many things that I wasn't
expecting that. It was a curveball to go.
But I would say, dude, it's weird when people can't find a purpose.
Yeah.
Because I felt like I always kind of knew mine. Purpose is like, what does that even mean? Like,
yeah,
quotes on it. But
existential crisis is, or whatever it is. There is like a point. I feel like a lot of time I went through something where I was like. It was weird. I don't even know. Yeah, and like the way I saw things around me was different. Like almost they almost had a different like hue to them because of the this outside mood and like you I don't know, you get lost and you're trying to like figure shit out, but it's hard to get ahead and you just keep getting sucked by your own dick, you know? So and you keep and you gotta get out of it.
Son of a bitch. You get sucked by your own dick sometimes too. Yeah, no, that's true.
Yeah.
You end up getting sucked by your own dick.
We should change the name of the podcast to "Sucked by Your Own Dick,"
dude. And I would think about it so much. I think about it so much because there's sometimes there's a situation where it's like, fuck, I overshot. You know what I'm saying? I said this. I shouldn't have said that. I got sucked by my own dick. It's the better phrase. It's the better version of my eyes were too big for my stomach or something.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Fucking this guy thought he could fucking start a construction business. Got sucked by his own dick.
Yeah, dude. Yeah.
Carlos Mencia acted like we were fucking idiots when we said that around him, and it's like, hey, maybe get comedy, man. Fuck. What weird dicks for a funny thing? How are you gonna laugh at us and still be like, oh, that's weird.
Yeah, I remember. That was so weird. We brought it up and he was just like,
he goes, kill that, man. Kill that. And like Chupp goes, yeah, dude, don't get sucked by your own dick. And he goes, ha, what? Like, how are you gonna laugh and then you're gonna get serious on us, Carlos? Come on, man.
He did have all the sound equipment for that one.
Absolutely.
Fucking Full House show.
The Carney run operation that a fucking guy from Guatemala named Ned had to come hook up the fucking sound system. That is who Carlos Mencia is, a man from Guatemala named Ned. And he had to fucking hook it up for these toolboxes. Who didn't know how to do it.
It was bad. And that was embarrassing, dude. I'd stand in front of like 200-300 people like poop, like trying to like
but sound popping.
Yeah,
the lights are kind of on you.
I don't know. I think there's another extension cord like in the freezer. There's an old dried up freezer back in the kitchen where you just dig through, and there's like Christmas trees and stuff stashed back there, and or you just look around.
There's a cord in there.
Yeah,
I don't. Yeah, we haven't used this kitchen in like a year and a half, but I think there's some sound equipment in there.
Yeah.
Like, what the fuck is happening here? Help.
And then he comes through because he has all this stuff. He has all this stuff like packed with him. So I don't know if he drove or if he flew, but he was like,
if
I got this.
With that much mic equipment, dude.
But doesn't he live way out in California?
He would have to have flown, right? He would have to have flown. There's no way he drove California. There's no way he's touring on a bus or nothing, and there's no way he's in his Escalade or whatever he has. No, so he definitely flew with a suitcase of sound equipment, which is fucking. If I get there, man, give me this is not why I got in the game, man. To be traveling with mic cords.
Yeah,
it's not why I got.
But I tell you what, dude. I tell you what. To his credit, man, that place, I mean, he sold so many tickets, and if he wouldn't have had that stuff,
it would have been
the show was been done.
No, he's a genius.
Yeah,
he's a genius for having that, and of course it's happened to him probably before.
Right, he's probably got to run. He's got the circuit. Like he's like, oh, I get what this is now. I got to carry sound equipment at the places that
exactly. There's probably 3 straight years where he was like, man, it's always like they always don't have the mic cords and shit. Like and he was like, you know what? When I'm 15 years in, I'm never gonna not have a goddamn 15 mic cords and an XLR and a whatever. But is it not so funny? Just like the weird experiences you have from fucking like stand up a little bit, and you're just like, that was weird. So weird that guy was just around, and we were like. Yeah, talking. I think I was talking about this. If we're off topic, let me know. But so I was writing a joke, and I think the idea of like people are like a sense of humor is attractive. Mm-hmm. I think it's funny. It's like a sense of humor is attractive. Like that is right, but also being funny is not. That's different from having a sense of humor. Oh, those are 2 way different things. A sense of humor is like you see something humorous and you go, I sense that.
Right.
I sense that happened.
Right, and you can play around a little bit, maybe tell some jokes here and there without like
maybe you see
without
someone
missing and
Maybe you see someone fall.
Yeah.
And you can look to your girlfriend and it's mean-spirited, but you can go, well, walk much, and that's like a sense of humor.
Right.
But a funny guy?
Yeah.
That's a problematic person. You know what I'm saying? Like, that guy probably doesn't have a job.
Right.
Funny? Truly funny? Those kids you wanted to fight. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah,
dude. Dude, stop. Seriously, shut up.
Right.
Like, you know when a kid was so funny?
Yeah.
And it's like those people like are problematic. And I was thinking about it. I was like, who's the funniest people I really met? Probably my dad. He's a problematic dude.
Yeah.
But he's like, there's parts of him that are so funny. Probably Eddie Griffin is technically, the things he said are so absurd and humorous. Mm-hmm. And just like people like that, it's weird though.
Yeah.
Do you know who's the funniest people you've met?
The funniest people
where you're like that guy.
So the funniest person that I've honestly met, and this is gonna probably sound a little bit crazy, but it's my old friend, dude. So
I think okay.
Yeah. So this, like, I had an old friend who he was just fucking, he had a weird sort of on a different wavelength thing about him.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Yeah. And so you couldn't really ever see what was coming because he didn't fit the algorithm. You know what I mean? Sure. Like so he would just do just weird ass shit. And then we would actually like, I don't know, build off each other, but he was really funny. But I also think I haven't gotten the opportunity to meet people enough and sit down with them and really get to know. I've had a few experiences or a few people, but really like
you don't get their distilled like funniness. You're not around enough.
Yeah. But in terms of comedy, I think Gary Owen was probably like the funniest person to be around, like to just hang. Yeah. Because he would do some wild shit.
He seems zany.
Yeah, well,
yeah.
Like I don't know if we should leave this in or not, but like okay. Ricardo was we're back in the green room area, right? And so on his rider, he just had like some food, which people ask for food or whatever because they get off the plane and they come right to the show and they're hungry. Yeah. So and he had cutlery, right? That was offered to him. Probably the most expensive thing in the bowling alley. But
is the cutlery?
Yeah.
That's so funny.
But no, so he just has like one of those like knives that are kind of like a triangle, like a right triangle.
Sure.
You know what I mean? And they're like fillet, whatever. I don't know.
Sure.
But Ricardo is in there and he goes, "Hey man, how much time do you want me to do?" And he grabs the knife. He goes, "You'll do however much fucking time I tell you to do, dude." And I was like, funny. This is funny, dude. Okay. And his eyes were big and
anyone who threatens to stab you, it's pretty funny.
Especially when they're holding a knife.
It's pretty funny. I just heard a story about like Todd Glass. You know Todd Glass? He's like a comic around, and he would just go up and be like, "Wouldn't it be funny if I stabbed the shit out of this guy's throat?" And like it's like laughing maniacally, and it's like, "Wouldn't it be so funny?" It's like that situation is weird, but I think it's hilarious.
Oh yeah.
Wouldn't it be so funny?
Oh. Yeah. That would be scary. I would have a hard time with stuff like that, like in person.
Oh yeah, fuck it. Yeah.
I would be so
I don't like when
tense.
people touch me, even like to be like, hey. So someone be like fucking like ready to
Yeah.
cut my throat if they wanted to. You know, it's a tough spot.
All right. There's usually a third segment called where we don't interview you, but we do a third segment called things I feel like talking about. But I think we covered it all intermittently, and you it was good hangs, dude.
I love
Do you have
hang.
anything you want to plug?
Dog Comic Productions always. Donte Lillard on Instagram across platforms. Yeah, hit up our social media. We're always doing stuff. Yeah, follow me. I'm writing new jokes, trying to work, trying to do open mics and stuff. Be new funny.
Those ums and yeahs in there, dude. That was like Charleston White all the way through.
I'm bad at selling myself.
I love him. I don't like David Goggins though.
That guy fucks me up.
Yeah,
I don't really.
dude. A third of my TikTok is like it's just
We're all gonna die.
it's people telling me to be a man. That's what I feel like. I'm not just going
that
through
what your
TikToks
TikTok
like
is?
be a man. Come on, dude. David Goggins talking to me. You know, fucking what's his name? Rogan, and then the other bald guy.
Be a man.
From overseas with the
Jocko
with the
Willink?
women in his basement or whatever.
Oh,
And
yeah.
Tate?
Andrew Tate.
Andrew, yeah,
He's telling you to be a man too.
all of them.
Yeah,
fucking
they
Jordan
tell me to be a man,
Peterson.
too.
It's
What
just
are we
constantly.
doing? What the
It's
fuck
like
are we
this.
looking at on our TikToks?
I don't
That's
know, dude. But it's just
They're
constantly
like, you
like
little cuck boys.
Yeah.
They're poking us in our bellies. Like, stop.
all the. You're just scrolling through TikTok, and the whole time it's like, what are you gay? Like you just fucking scrolling through, and
I
yeah.
like Legos.
But
or
David,
whatever.
my issue with some of the newer ones is like when we were going to school, I feel like the motivational speakers had a different story. It wasn't like, oh, I was in the military for all this time and I have a decorated, background of discipline dating all the way back to this point.
Yeah.
And so I
Yeah.
talk and I speak on it because I have an education or whatever it is. Like I've accomplished all these things, but like, I don't know that for us, it used to just be like a guy who really was just like, I started working out and talking a lot.
Yeah.
And it worked for me when I quit like crack cocaine and
You're right.
I had to do something,
They
but
did
it's like,
have-
I don't know if this guy can even work a factory job or something. And he's telling me because he figured out how to talk just
to-
like sporadically, like
talk.
that was his thing.
Yeah. That is, yeah.
But that
And
was
I
more
taught myself
fun.
how to do an hour of material about being happy and shit like that. Yeah.
Yeah.
But also too, I used to feel like you had to have a story.
Yeah. Yeah.
I thought it used to feel like when you were like a motivational speaker, you were like, and I was on crack.
Yeah.
And my mom is looking down upon me, and she said I could be something.
Yeah.
But now it's like, you like you said, it's just I was a SEAL.
Right. I was a SEAL. I work out.
What'd you
I
do?
get up
Like,
from this
nothing
time in the day.
spectacular? Oh.
As soon as the chickens crow, I get up and I start running. And then I come back in.
Yep.
And when the sun comes down.
Yeah.
And at that point, I've completed my fast. And then I eat all this stuff perfectly.
Yeah.
And I just keep my life together. And it's like, okay, but what happened to you that turned you into this kind of fucking like
Psycho.
overboard? Yes. And so, and now you're telling me that I got to do all that. I don't feel like it,
And
dude.
also to continue it and to be like, no, I'm an aggressive man and things are structured like this even out of the military. It's like my grandpa was in the Navy, but also he's just chilling. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like don't be getting my ass, man. I'm
Right. That's just too much,
yeah.
man. And also I think the fact that someone who's way better than you can tell you how to like how to get to whatever it is that they're doing, like they're already out of touch at that point.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like imagine like LeBron James going to coached like 7th grade basketball somewhere, and that's all he did with the entire rest of his career after he retired. That wouldn't make sense. And
It's a different perspective.
I don't know. Yeah, maybe. I think I'm running out of shit to say, so let's wrap this the fuck up. Oh.
Ooh, Tucker C.
Tucker C.
Tucker Carls.
Don Lemon.
Both of them got fired today.
Was it? But they were both fired.
I think.
I thought Tucker kind of was like, well, I kind of want to part way. I thought that was mutual.
You
maybe.
see it worded both ways.
Sure, okay.
You see it like let go, and then you see separated.
Sure.
So it's like, what really is it? I haven't.
But then
I don't
those
read
are
into
For
it.
Tucker or for Lemon? Because for
Probably
Tucker, I thought it was that.
Lemon got fired. I thought. And it's like, dude, all these guys are like personalities at the end of the day. So it's funny that we like.
Says Tucker Carlson and Fox agreed to part ways, but he was their like leading view. Like he had.
Oh wow!
So either he is, maybe this is a spitball, and then there might be a whole nother piece of context that I'm missing here, but like. It seems like either Fox News is using him as a scapegoat after the voting shit that they just took a big hit on, right? Like it's like, oh yeah, he's the one that said all this stuff about the voting systems or whatever,
Sure.
and then or he's just like, like Fox News. But did you see that? Do you know what I'm talking about?
Well, it was because they were.
There's a defamation lawsuit because they were saying this voting, like whoever makes the machines or whatever. Remember when he was saying the election was rigged?
Yeah.
They like blasted that out, and then Dominion went and sued for defamation, which is normally a really hard case to get. That's why like media companies get away with.
Is that where Rupert Murdoch gets involved?
It's not really him.
A separate thing. Oh, okay.
He's just like, I think he's the owner or something, but I don't think he's really involved. It's just that I mean he is, but it's just that Tucker Carlson was the one that was saying all this stuff about Dominion, and yeah,
Don Lemon was fired, by the way.
Don Lemon was fired.
Yeah, and he.
Those guys are
happy.
personalities, dude.
Yeah.
Tucker was the leading pundit, though. I mean, as you know, controversial as he could be, but he was the leading one out of anybody.
Yeah, he had the most ratings. He was killing it.
Right.
Yeah.
So it's just kind of weird.
But then it's like it reminds me of like the Conan thing too. You know what I'm saying? Like or shit like that. It's like sometimes there's just TV politics and things going on that you're like, whoa, what the fuck? And it's just like. Yeah, it's like a job, just like anything else. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Do you ever hear Stephen A. Smith talk about like interviewing for like ESPN? You're like, oh yeah, like you're not just like I'm the talkiest guy. You have to like still be a fuck. People are like, hey, you were late. Like you didn't, we do coffee day and you weren't there, and that was kind of a mandatory thing. But it's, you know what I'm saying? It's still a job. It's weird.
Yeah, it is weird.
Was Don Lemon though? A very flip-floppy guy. I'm not a political guy, but wasn't that Don Lemon's MO that he's like had a lot of things that he said and like kind of went back on them?
Oh, maybe, yeah. I think he did some.
I
think he did some flips and some flops.
But I see myself in him so much. I'm like, he's changing his mind and he's light skinned a little bit. I'm like, this guy makes sense to me. He's Don Lemon's like, listen, I said that 5 years ago, but now. Things are weird.
Do we have a lighter?
Yeah. Well, do you have one, Dante?
No. Did I steal it?
Nice. Dude. Ooh.
That was a good toss.
That was like when Matt Stafford used to throw those little sidearms, dude.
My dad used to get so goddamn pissed.
I'm reading here something about a sexism scandal with Don Lemon.
Sexism scandal with Don Lemon.
Was he just statement about this morning events is inaccurate. He was offered an opportunity to meet with management, but instead released a statement on Twitter.
Was he just saying like, very, very like hackneyed Def Jam black things about women. You know when a bitch try to be. Why come a bitch always try to be shopping when you know a brother ain't got no money? It's John Lemon trying to do like weird Def Jam stuff. They're like, stop. It's not funny, Don.
I like that. Yeah, I don't know, man.
Y'all ain't gonna let a brother anchor. You know what I'm
Was
saying?
he not anchoring? Oh, I know he had a tenth of the amount of views as Tucker Carlson. That's something I read.
He's been on temporary leave since February. After he claimed on air that presidential candidate Nikki Haley isn't in her prime as a 51-year-old woman.
Isn't in her prime.
That must
as a what-year-old woman?
As a 51-year-old woman, she's not.
Who's in their prime at 51?
What? Who would? No one. No one in the world, except for maybe Ric Flair. Ric Flair was
You're
hitting
right,
when
dude.
he was 50.
He
dude.
might.
I mean,
Yeah.
he basically got bit by his own side. His own side consumed.
Sucked by his own dick.
He got sucked by his own fucking.